Hi, this is Grandma Laurie. Today's story is Oh Dear, Part 2. Previously, Mitch, who went to school at home, made friends through the window with a young deer who often came by to say hi. One day, the deer named Stu was seen lying in the snow without his mama. Dad went out into the late fall snow to cover Stu with a blanket. As Mitch watched, Dad stopped, then picked Stu up. Stu didn't complain about being moved. Mitch and Mom ran to get their coats on, then met Dad in the garage. He gently put Stu down on the floor as Mom started the heater. Mitch went over to Stu to see how he was. It was the first time they'd seen each other close up without glass between them. "Stay back, son," said Dad. "We don't want to touch him too much. He's still a wild animal. Please let Mom and me check him out." Mitch looked down and noticed a cut on Stu's leg. "He hurt his leg!" Mitch yelled. Mom came over and looked. "It's just a small cut, sweetie, but we'll clean it." Instinctively, Mitch reached out to pet Stu on the head. "It'll be okay, buddy. We'll get you all fixed up." "Remember, don't touch him, please," said Mom. "His mama won't like the smell of humans on him," Dad said. "Are you ready?" Mom nodded. Dad came over with his work gloves on, bringing some stuff to clean the wound and wrap it up. As Dad knelt beside Stu, Mom, also with gloves on, spoke soothingly to Stu, holding onto his leg. They made quick work of it, and soon Stu's wound was wrapped. He stood gingerly. To everyone's surprise, Stu came over to Mitch, who was watching from the stool a short way away. Then, Stu lay down and put his head on Mitch's shoe. Stu stayed in the garage for a few days while his cut healed, as is typical in the fall in the mountains. The snow didn't last, and before long it was warm again. Every day, Mitch would come out and read to Stu or just talk to him. They'd gotten comfortable with each other, and Mitch was hugging Stu, who continued to grow. Stu looked up at a sound, surprised. "What is it, buddy?" Mitch asked. Mom came into the garage. "Stu's mama is standing on the other side of the house calling for him. We need to let him go." "But Mom, he's my friend!" Mitch was upset. In the meantime, Stu had stood up and was pacing the garage. He let out a loud yell, startling both Mom and Mitch. Mom opened the garage door, and there she was, Stu's mama. Then, Mama noticed Mitch and Mom. She jumped back until Stu came up to her. He ran back to Mitch and gave him a lick on the cheek, then ran back to his mama. Mama relaxed. If Stu trusted this little human, she would too. Mitch was sad when Stu followed his mama back into the woods surrounding the house, but as Stu turned back to look at him, he knew he'd see his friend again. Thank you so much for joining me. This is Grandma Laurie. I hope you enjoyed the story. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and share so I can continue bringing you great stories. Thank you.